Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this revisit of a match played 2 weeks ago. It's Canada versus Portugal. Unfortunately, I couldn't shoutcast this match live when it was being played because there were a lot of other matches being played at the same time. Anyway, Canada versus Portugal. Match played in week 1 of the Urban Zone Nationscup number 19. And it's a Group A match. The reason why I'm revisiting it is because I've been told it's really worth it. I haven't seen it yet, obviously. Anyway, well, without further ado, let's go into the game. It's a demo recorded by our new GTV cameraman Asvp. And the first map is Sanctuary Team Survivor, the choice of Team Canada. A lot of North American countries, aka America and Canada, really like Sanctuary for some reason, but they have been performing very well versus European countries on that map. And here we are following Adrix from Team Portugal. As you can see, some great and nice start there by AHTS with the S8 kill on Aerox. Some very good players here on Team Portugal. Rival, I recognize Aerox, Adrix, Rafi. I don't recognize Gibala. Gibble? Okay, well, maybe I recognize it, I don't know. I guess I don't recognize it. Anyway, AHTS I do recognize, I think from last year, and we're following Rafi there. Spot some Canadians, or it was Adrix in fact. He kills Kairos. Still, well, I wanted to say still 2 remaining, but first round going quickly and smoothly to Canada. Strat time enabled here apparently. Solitary and Don, the most known Canadian players. If I'm not mistaken, they have been playing this game for at least 10 years. Solitary also a real character in the game, as in can be quite vexing as a personality, but anyway, it makes it interesting as well. Kairos here trying to do some damage, but his nades not even going through the doorway. As you can see on watching the pings, very high ping overall. I think that those 2 pings of 50 and 48 are not correct of Adrix. It's a GTV demo, so it doesn't update continuously, but on average a ping of 150. Aerox being saved, and well, Aerox assisting Gibala as well in that kill. 3 against 2, and Team Portugal really needs to med up here. So now with them all back to 80 or thereabouts %. Nice shot there by AHTS and makes it 2 against 2. Adrix falling back. Gibala as well. Quick move over to Courtyard, looking at the nuclear silo. And AHTS is really on fire with that SR8. It's now Adrix versus the SR8 of AHTS, and a nice movement here by Adrix. AHTS switches over to the Desert Eagle, but no luck unfortunately. 1-1. I wonder if I should be calling him Ats or something like that. AHTS takes a lot of seconds to pronounce. It's surprising to see so many M4s on the ground for Portugal. I wonder why they are opting for that weapon as opposed to the LR300. And it's nice to see the SR8s being employed here. Aerox doing exactly that, but gets killed by AHTS. It's difficult to play with the NS rate at such high ping, but they are pretty successful. It seems like we've got a quick movement in. By the way, I'm not broadcasting this on Twitch Live. That's also the reason why the quality should be markedly better when you're watching this on YouTube. Unfortunately, Twitch does not allow such high bit rates. And Anger here versus Raffi. Anger with 90% remaining. Raffi in dire straits with 32, and there we go. I got Anger down to 32%, but was not enough. 2-1, Canada leading. As to be expected on their home map, but Portugal definitely not a pushover here. With 5 minutes played. Nice shot there by Aerox. Unfortunately we didn't catch that, but it sounded like it was a headshot on AHTS. Quick push here. MP5 action on Kairos. Aerox still doing a little bit of damage to Anger, but not enough. 3-2, and Rival is going to push in on Anger's position. As you can see, the body of a Canadian player already. Oh, and all of a sudden from... Wow, it was 3 against 2 in favor of the Portuguese, but the Canadians really managed to turn that around, and if I'm not mistaken, it was, yeah, it was Solitary there, the last one standing, with only 3%. Good push here by Canada, and the one that pushed hard, where Solitary is going to finish off Raffi here. Nicely done, Solitary. Surprises 3 Canadians. Can he make it 4? He has to, because it's 2 against 1. Oh, that's unfortunate. Adrix knew where to expect Solitary, and finishes him off. That was a nice attempt there by Solitary. Could have been, well, the savior of Team Canada, making 5 kills there. But nevertheless, still a nice combo. Rival starting off with a nice nade on Anger. Now, where is AHTS? Aerox knows he has to be on the lookout. A push here. AHTS still alive, as is Dawn. And the push is on here. Oh god, Rival had no idea where to look. That was more like a 720 no scope. Anyway, flawless here. 3 against 3, or 3-3. Good aggressive push here by Rival, but no Canadians found as of yet. A lot of explosions. Still no real encounter here. Some SR8 shots being exchanged, but no hits. Yeah, I was wondering when are they going to push over to Courtyard? Here it seems like we... Oh, Anger! Nicely done. Should have been a kill though. And Gibala finishes off Anger. And that's a nice Easter egg. I nearly forgot about that. MC from Clan Pitt, if I'm not mistaken. Clan Pitt, a North American clan, and a member of that clan that created this map. Must have been already 10 years, 15 years ago or so. So, and Portugal in the lead now for the first time, if I'm not mistaken. They will be very pleased with that. Push here. Oh, Aerox didn't hit. Knew where to expect Anger, but should have been on target with that SR8 shot. Nevertheless, the rest of the Portuguese are on target, and they make it 5-3 now. Canada cannot afford to let the initiative slip here, especially on their first. Don't forget, this is their first match in the Nations Cup, and well, they are facing off against a similar clan, or country I should say, as they are. Really old school, really big history in the Nations Cup. And Solitary, just in time, spots Raffi and takes him out without taking any damage. 5 against 3 here. And Aerox not even on the scoreboard, that's surprising. Oh, apologies, I thought I saw a 0, but it was a 10. Aerox definitely on the scoreboard, 10 kills. So Canada want to take out rival and Adrix ASAP because, well, we're at the halfway point and preferably they want to be leading here, of course. Here comes the push in from Canada and yeah, well, Adrix out of ammo. Still had one round chambered in his Desert Eagle, but that was pretty much it. So halfway point, still, well, little between these two countries. Down here going to camp it up, hope for a push in by Portugal over Courtyard to missile silo. But not going to happen. Funny to see that the SR8s are well employed here. Both SR8 players, Adrix and AHTS, well, I mean, sorry, Aerox and AHTS at the top of their teams. Nearly. So the man advantage now to Canada. Ah, they're dropping nades towards each other. No voice communication? That's interesting. Oh, come on, Adrix. It can't be that hard to pick up the grenades. What the hell are they doing? Anyway, still Canada with one man advantage. Here it seems to be that they're compounding on their opportunity, wanting to draw, and yeah, the pincer movement executed to perfection. Only one man down for Team Canada. 5-5, 8 minutes in it. And that's a good start for the Portuguese. Perfect nade at the feet of AHTS and taking out a very dangerous player. Let's have a look at those scores. Well, Don and Kairos, aka Adam, a little bit holding their team down a little bit. Don't know if that's correct English anyway. You know what I mean. Not fragging as much as they could or should. Aerox still on fire. Takes out Solitary as well. And that's 2 top fraggers of Canada taken out. Kairos though, still alive. Yeah, is not bleeding to death at least. That's good. Makes it 3 against 3. Nice having such a good player. Oh god, Don, what the... Was rooting a little bit on his teammates to cover him, but well, from that to this, 6-5, 7 minutes in it, and now Portugal once more in the lead. Aerox doing the SR8 jump, scoping down into the fountain courtyard, or fountain. There's a push there. Rival, you have to push it as well. That would have been very sloppy if you... Oh god! Speaking of sloppy, the push can't happen because of... oh god. Well, at least they have the manpower to cope with that push there by Kairos. But that was pretty sloppy there. One grenade holding down 3 Portuguese and doing quite a bit of damage. Too bad that the Canadians didn't have a man to push in. Aside from Kairos, that is. So 6 minutes in it, and 2 the difference. Good nading there by Rafi, even though there wasn't a Canadian in sight. It exploded exactly the moment it landed, so you don't have time to either wall jump up, avoiding the blast radius. Ooh, that was a good shot there, taking Aerox down, well, pretty much to 0. And there we go. Should be taken down here by Anger. Gibala still manages to make the kill, and that could be a very important kill, seeing as it's, well, Rival and Adrix against 3 Canadian players, of which 1 is very low. Was very low. It's an interesting spot what Rival is using now to scope down to cover his teammate. The problem is that once you start shooting, your rifle automatically goes up, and you're shooting into the bench instead of at your opponent. No luxury physics in this game. Wood will stop a bullet. This is actually good for Team Portugal. Just wasting time. And with every second ticking further, the chance of, well, Canada winning decreases rapidly. And that was a good movement there. And why is Solitary not together with his teammates? The thing is, Solitary now knows that Rival is in this area. See, at least there are 2 more rounds in this game, if I'm not mistaken. But that would mean that Canada could only draw if both rounds take as much time as... Oh, actually, there's only 1 more round if this goes to a draw. So if Canada would just have played as a team and stuck together, Solitary should have been able to finish off Rival with, well, relative ease. And he's playing too conservative now with 9 seconds remaining. I don't know, you should be going balls to the wall, because you can't really afford to have a draw here, and well, that's what happened. 7-5, that could be a very important round here. And that 1 frag by Gibala in the last round as well, even though he was dying, still managing to take out 1 of the Canadian players. 4 against 2 is a very big difference compared to 3 against 2, as you could see in the last round. Canada has to go balls to the wall here. They have to move in. AHTS with his S8. Going to... Yeah, but why would Portugal go push? Come on, AHTS, this is not logical. Tense stuff here. Good nade there by the Portuguese, taking down Kairos's health and another, I think it was Anger. Anyway, an exchange here. Push here by Anger, but no hits. And where is the rest of the Portuguese? Oh, wow, what a nade there by Rafi, taking out Solitary and Kairos, if I'm not mistaken, or Anger. That might be... I'm saying this too often, but the nail in the coffin. Aerox taking out AHTS with the SR8. So Don has it all to do with yeah, slash kill. Well, I mean, that's GG pretty much. I mean, he couldn't have won, of course, against 5 Portuguese, but nevertheless. That one round, that draw, proving to be pretty important. So Canada losing on their home map. Last shots being exchanged. We will have one last round. So 9-5. And this is just going to be a rush. Portugal know that they can't lose anymore. Oh, Ibala nearly nading himself there. Keeping his S-rate warm, AHTS. Taking out Aerox. Push here by Kairos. AHTS nevertheless still bleeding to death. Wow, Rafi bit unlucky that he didn't hit enough. Good game, well played. I mean, 10-5 looks like a huge difference in score. It wasn't representative in my opinion, but nevertheless a very good game there by Portugal. 10-5, winning against Canada on their home map. Next map is Tohunga Team Survivor. Before that will load, it will take some time. Anyway, while it takes some time, I'd just like to thank everybody who has recently followed the channel, and of course all the followers the past years. You make it all worthwhile, and of course also our subscribers on YouTube, but also on Twitch. And thanks a lot for your monetary support. Anyway, we will take a quick break and be right back. So the teams have just readied up, and I'm going to quickly switch over to Tohunga Team Survivor. If I'm not mistaken, they have decided to use the same server, as the ping difference is minimal. Anyway, here we go. Oh, and maybe they are going to restart once more. And maybe not. Quite confusing now if they have started or not, but let's just stick in here. Well, if they're switching over to knives, I guess that a restart is incoming. Okay, so they did not start. The French is strong on Team Canada. let's continue. I'm sure that they would want to continue, but anyway, a restart happening now. Okay, so 20 minutes of Tohunga Team Survivor action, and here we go. Any substitutes? I don't think so, as this is still a Team Survivor. It makes sense. Good nade here. Oh, right. They still have to ready up. Well, I get a text message. Let's quickly mute that. Okay, now for real, hopefully 20 minutes of Tohunga Team Survivor action. So many false starts, but here we go. So just a quick recap of last map. It was Sank, or aka Sanctuary. 10-5 the Portuguese managed to win on the map of Team Canada. Quite surprising, to be honest, especially the difference in score. Nevertheless, skill was not such a big difference, but here it seems like the Canadians have got a good start, taking down a lot of Portuguese players to low percentage points, and final kill at the hands of Anger, and well, 1-0. Good start, a very different map compared to Sanctuary, and here we see Solitary, well, not hitting a lot, to be honest, only vests of twice, but he flanks perfectly. 2 kills, 2 more to go. AHTS, as you can see on the minimap, is covering over the other side of the tunnel. And Solitary on fire here, 3 kills. Is he going to go? Well, he's obviously going to go for his 4th, but this is such a stupid place to be medicing. Anyway, they get away with it. Solitary hoping to get his 4th kill here. 4th kill of the round it is. Yeah, there we go, Solitary on fire. Making 4 kills back to back. And 6 kills in 2 rounds. That's a very nice average. Let's see if he can continue that. That was not an SR8 shot, but still dishing out quite a bit of damage. AHTS not opting for an SR8 this time around, and it's 5 against 2, and the pushing coming, and Solitary taken out. So will AHTS, and 2-1. Yeah, what I was trying to say is that this wow, that this map is very different compared to Sanctuary. It's very slow, I mean very fast compared to Sanctuary, which can be, well, I mean, as we saw, there was even a draw. But in general, it's a lot slower. It's also, it's similar in build-up, just smaller in scale. If you look at many of, well, good first-person shooter maps, Urban Terror is not an exception in that. A lot of maps have are in a pattern or figure of 8. Of course, there are also some variations of that with some... Just thought I could hear a Portuguese player. 2 against 2 here. Bit of a game of chicken, as I was just saying. It's a fast map, but if they... Well, anyway. Adrix and Gibala making quite a bit of noise, so they might have given away their position to the Canadians if they are still there at the hotel. Wow, AHTS not on target, and that round should really have gone to the Canadians. I mean, they had all the information, whereas Portugal, well, still basing their gameplay on a guess pretty much. They were definitely not certain that they were going to encounter them. Anyway, 2-2, so nice, well, I wouldn't say comeback, but still Nice 2 rounds for Portugal to have in the bag. And the push here by Adrix, feeling a little bit out of out of place. So it's 3 against 1. AHTS still alive. No kills on the board for him, and it will remain that way. Well, when you have a player like Solitary who who can carry your team, I guess it's not such a big problem, but you want to be contributing at the very least. Ooh, Rafi! Quick save and a quick med back to, well, around about 90%. Push here though by Canada. A nice nade! Perfect nade at the feet of the push of Canada. Changing the dynamics quite markedly. AHTS now with, well, 1 kill on the board finally. And will he get the second? He does. But that nade though really gave Portugal the chance of, well, building upon their lead once more. Now it's once more 3 against 3. Or 3 for 3 the score. Good push here by Anger. Can't finish off the second Portuguese player, but Kairos can. With 50% remaining. Gibala coming in from the behind. Going to push in with Rival towards Hotel, Null's house, etc. Gibala, you want to be taking out players? He does. He does! Very nicely done with 4% remaining. Switches over to the Desert Eagle, takes out AHTS, making it 4-3. You want to be making sure of your kills, that's for sure. Because otherwise, well, as you could see in previous rounds, medding up back to 50% is quite easy. Rival making use of the corners, but Solitary flanking, or well, coming from his flank. Solitary now last one standing against Rafi and Adrix, and well, they've medded up quite rapidly, as you can see, back to 90%. I think that 90% is quite a lot to be able to med up back to. Of course, that is with use of a med kit, so you have 1 item less, but 90% is, well, pretty much the same as, well, of course it's not the same as 100%, but it's close. But it also makes it very interesting, because your opponent, to finish you off, has to push in strong before you, well, all of a sudden your opponent's back to 90%. Rafi here making it 6-3, and, well, Portugal running away with it a little bit. The difference now, for the first time, a gap of 3. And still Don hanging on his 1 kill. It doesn't seem like it'll change. Portugal, wow. Unbelievable how Portugal is running away with this now all of a sudden. While I was talking about medicing, etc., they make 3 rounds back to back. Ooh, AHT is on the helmet of Gibala. At least I think it was Gibala. Anyway, nicely done. This is what I mean, you want to be finishing off your opponents. Pushing in straight into the loaded M4 of AHTS, and all of a sudden it's 4 against 2 rather than 4 against 4. Push here by Rafi, encountering 2 Canadian players, 3 actually, if you saw that quick flick of the flank. And now Adrix against 4. Pretty hopeless. Wow. Nicely tried there by Adrix, but yeah, never going to happen. 7-4 now. Oh man. Ooh, wow, I expected that nade by Anger to be, well, critical. rather Rafi now nading through the L-shaped tunnel. Adrix against Don. Ooh, Don doing a lot of damage and doing even more damage. 3 vest shots. Adrix down to 13% and no shots taken by Don. At least not by Adrix. We're approaching the halfway point. Time is flying here. Want to be aiming a little bit higher in my opinion, Adrix. Ooh. This is very tense. Clenched butt cheeks, but Don finishes it off. This time a torso shot, apparently. Fuck this game. Apparently Adrix dropped his vest. Solitary getting the first kill. G36ing. Use a G36 in a public server and you're being called a noob. In this case, Canada using oh, I mean it is a very good weapon. It's very versatile. You can shoot long range, you can shoot short range. It's just not very damage. Well, it doesn't dish out a lot of damage. In the meantime, Canada winning 3 rounds back to back. Let's see if they can make it a 4th and making it all square again. Solitary seeing a little bit of red, but not enough to shoot. Is Don going to show himself? Red team win. Well, anyway, good job there. I was hided. Nah, I'm not. Sorry, Adrix, I shouldn't be ripping on your English. My Portuguese is non-existent, so... Push here by the Canadians, encountering a very strong Portuguese player, and well, there we go. 9-6. Just when Canada was starting to get close to the Portuguese score, all of a sudden it's 2 rounds back to back. Ooh, nice push here by Team Canada. That grenade should have been cocked a little bit later and it would have landed straight in a Canadian face. Canada keeps on pushing and Aerox and Gibala last one standing. This should be an easy round for Canada. There we go, 9-7. They're staying in contention, that's for sure. Did I just saw night vision goggles on somebody's face? Must have been mistaken. Oh, Gibala gets away. Lives to fight another day. Oh, come on, Solitary. That's a lot of shots in in the wall. And the first kill finally. Anger takes out Rafi, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, good communication. Solitary probably informing AHTS that somebody just pushed up on his left. And well, once more, the gap won. Now, can the Canadians finally draw level? Not with that start. Definitely not with that start. The Portuguese doing a lot of damage. No kills yet. And AHTS going to be meted up, well, pretty much up to full. Seven and a bit minutes remaining here. And this might be a very important round. Canada now building, pushing in, encountering Adrix though. Good flank here! Adrix to the rescue, very nicely done. Great movement by Adrix. Bit risky, but well, that was the moment that he still had the possibility of taking out 2 Canadian players. Otherwise it would have been a lot more difficult. And a good start here by Portugal once more. Rafi taking out Kairos. And Adric's getting away with it, to be honest. Should have died there, and he does in fact. Bleeds to death by AHTS. Could have been a flawless day. Oh no, it couldn't, sorry, excuse me. But nevertheless, Canada still not level pegging with Portugal. In fact, Portugal once more bringing the lead to 3. And oh, all of a sudden the kills go down to 0 when I use tab. So I guess we won't be able to use the tab function to look at the scores in total. Oh god. Adric should have been able to finish off Don there. Now all of Canada have the opportunity of getting back to 90%. But Anger's nade perfectly at the feet. And it said that Rafi was still alive, but I guess that was me using tab. Let's try it again once more. Here we go. So Adric's top fragging at the moment for Team Portugal. AHTS, after a really rocky start, now top fragging once more. Now it's keeping on going up and down, but can the Portuguese now either make a difference, getting the lead back or above 4, or will the Canadians now finally draw level? Oh, come on, Adric, you have to finish him off! So 1 the difference now. 3/4 of this map already down the drain pretty much, because it's still very close. No real leader as of yet. And don't forget, I mean, Canada lost on their home map. Would be nice if they can return the favor to the Portuguese. But it will be hard, especially if you're all clumped up together. And Portugal gets a nice round, bringing the difference back to 2. Push here by Canada. Bit slow on the second push by the push of the second player. Nice shots, Aerox. Wow. No. Look, that nade was never going to take out AHTS. I mean, AHTS already probably medics back to 90% in a safe spot. Wasn't worth the risk of pushing in my opinion. He got away with it nevertheless, so. AHTS and Don still alive. Facing off against 4 Portuguese. Don looks like a lost puppy. And in comes the push of the Portuguese. 13-10. Now, can the Canadians once more bring it up and get a comeback? I mean, they've come back now from 4 and 3. Well, no, they've come back from 3 times that they had a gap of 3 or 4 differences. Hope I'm pronouncing, well, probably not saying it correctly, but I hope you get what I mean. Oh, surprise! No! Oh god! Oh well, I guess it would have ended like this anyway. I mean, Kairos had 100%, but still, that was meh, kind of stupid. Oh no. I wonder if this is due to high pinging. I mean, I'm not used to seeing so many mistakes in Nations Cup worthy teams. Solitary couldn't quite finish off Adrix. Push towards L shape probably now from Canada going to happen. There we go. Completely out of position. I mean, they They were 4 against 3 there for a second, the Portuguese, and this round is going to Canada, and deservedly so. Really out of position, and, well, Canada punishing them for that. 2.5 minutes remaining. Rafi lucky that he didn't die there, but getting a kill. Very nicely done. Nice nade. Portugal with 4 against 2 there a second ago, but now it's all of a sudden 2 against 2. Portugal giving it away. It's 2 against 1 now, and Aerox down to 29%. 2 minutes remaining here. Can Canada finally get the draw? Or, yeah, get level pegging. There we go, a helmet shot. 13-13. I'm very pleased that everybody advised me to watch this demo. Now, somewhere this week I hope to find some time to shoutcast another game from week 3, which supposedly was also very good. I think it was Germany versus, I forget. Anyway, back to the game, 14-13, a flawless win here by Portugal. This could be curtains for Canada. Booting rival into pretty much the Canadian attack, I guess. Well, rival didn't fare very well against Solitary's G36. 1 minute remaining here. 10 stuff. 5 against 4. 2 minutes, 10 seconds. If Canada managed to win this and still eke out a draw, or still manage to win this whole map, that would be amazing. Anyway, if this ends up in a draw, Canada at least takes away 1 point of potential 4 from this map. So, could be important in the long run. Of course, this was week 1, so what this really means in points we'll only know in week 4 or something like that. Quick medic here, and 2 Portuguese against 3 Canadians, 7 seconds. Good game, well played. It looks like this is going to be a draw. It is a draw. Anger takes out Aerox, 14-14. What a game, good game indeed. Wow, thanks a lot everybody for advising me to watch this game. I'm really pleased that I did. Okay, well, GG. So what that means is that Canada takes away 1 point of a potential 4, and Portugal takes away 3 points of a potential 4. That brings Portugal to the lead in this group. Other countries in this group are Germany and Colombia. So, well, still going to be tough games coming up with Germany. I don't know how good Colombia is, to be honest, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that follow button, hit the subscribe button, and whatnot. All the potential ways of supporting the stream can be found at the bottom of our Twitch page. Thanks a lot for watching. GG.